Hello, happy Tuesday, everyone. It is time for another exciting Three Gems episode. I'm really excited about this guest. Omoyemi and I met on Instagram, actually. And we connected through Moda Operandi. Lagos Fashion Week was doing a trunk show with them, and I was invited to share some notes on the designers. And that's how we connected, like many others online. We've been chatting, texting. We did a partnership together in Miami, which was awesome. And so I'm very excited for you to meet her. She is an attorney, which is really exciting. And she's also the founder of Lagos Fashion Week and Style House Files. So she has done so much, and she is so knowledgeable and so smart. Before I met Omoyemi through Moda Operandi, we met, or I heard her speak, should I say, for Business of Fashion. The founder of Business of Fashion, Imran, was interviewing her, and they were having a conversation about fashion and how the pandemic has affected things. And there's one thing she said so eloquently when he was speaking about the fact that people were getting frustrated with social distancing. And her thought was, social distancing can be a privilege because so many of people all over the world, not just in West Africa, not just in Nigeria, don't actually have the opportunity to social distance. They are sleeping several people to a bedroom. And so that perspective was really enlightening. It made me stop complaining about the pandemic and the social distancing. So that's just one example of the many things I've learned from her. She just joined. Hello, Omoyemi. She's in London right now. So we are going to get started as soon as I can bring her in here. Omoyemi, if you can hear me, please request me and we'll get started. Hi, everyone. Hi, Milton. Hi, Ed. Hi, Lauren. Nana, my brother Joseph is on here. Grant, nice to see you. Let's see if I can find Omoyemi. There she is. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope that you are excited about the holidays coming up. I'm hoping that this new variant doesn't get in the way. Hello.
Hi, Edwina. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm good. Trying to be good.
Yes.
So much.
Go
I mean,
ahead.
there's so much going on. I'm sure you've heard about, the new variant.
Yes, I was just mentioning that. I know that you're in London. How are things there?
I guess it's the same everywhere, palpitations here and there. What's next? What's going to happen with Christmas? Is the Grinch going to steal Christmas 2 years in a row?
Yes, so much speculation.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really odd, Quite a few African countries have been banned on the red list, sorry.
Notice.
So,
Yeah, Ghana is on the, I think, no, is it Ghana or Nigeria? I just read one of the countries are on the red list.
Nigeria and possibly about 11 other countries. I'm not quite sure. I'm not really keeping tab, so which is quite, I mean, if we start that conversation,
We'll be here all night.
we're not going to get to the reason why we're here. So I
Yes.
think we should just, let's just let it go. And
We will let it go. We will hope for the best and
yeah.
pray for everyone's safety. Everyone that's on this call, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes, we're having a really exciting conversation. It's Three Gems. It's the same questions we ask every week. Omoyemi, thank you for saying yes. I know that you're a busy lady, and so I appreciate you dedicating some time for us.
Oh no, you're always welcome, Edwina. Anything for you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Question number
Okay.
one. At what point did you experience a significant or major shift in your life?
Oh wow, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I would probably say there's been like 2 or 3 major shifts, but for the purpose of this conversation, let's go with one because I
Okay.
can talk about career, I can talk about maybe children, and then I can talk about maybe
Whatever you want to share, whatever you feel like sharing. And feel free to share more than one.
Okay, let me do career because that's more that's more
Yes.
like it's out there, it's boring. It's the same story everyone's heard. And I guess it's probably just about my career, my change in career from what I studied in school
Yeah.
and what I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life doing because I think I was that person. I never thought for 1 second that I wasn't going to work in, use at least, I mean, work in the legal field or work as a lawyer in a company or anything like that. I always thought it was I was convinced it was something I was born to do. I mean, it was a calling, and but I woke up one day and realized that it really wasn't, because I was fortunate enough. I mean, then I was frustrated, but now I realized that I was fortunate enough to meet people who truly enjoyed what they did, at the time. And we both had the same job description, but
Right.
clearly some people were given a bit more and, were more dedicated and enjoying what we did. And I
Right.
realized that, that was something that was missing for me. So I'm going to say thank you to them. Um, and it motivated me to search deeper for that one thing that I could also do that I guess I could contribute meaningfully to. At the time, I didn't think about impact. I was just looking for something I would enjoy doing, just wake up every day and, sort of look forward to going to work and just look forward to, being a part of that environment.
Right.
And it took a bit of soul searching and I eventually found my thing,
Yeah.
but that thing has sort of morphed over the years to so many other things. Like sometimes I feel like, you know, um, the proverbial Alice in Wonderland, going down the rabbit hole and discovering, something new every other season. And I mean, about a month and a half ago, I went to see the Alice Curiosa and Curiosa exhibition, and
Oh, nice.
it just made me realize that what, that's really what it's like, because you think this is
Yeah.
what it's going to be for a period of time, and then you discover that there's so much more missing. And I guess that tells you a lot about what the textile and apparel value chain or ecosystem is like. There's so many parts to this whole,
Absolutely.
to what people see, to what you're wearing, to what I'm wearing, that a lot of people don't
Exactly.
really know. So yeah,
Wow.
so
That's
that's my
interesting. So you
shift.
thought you were going to be a lawyer, and now look at you.
Yeah,
Well, you're
it's
technically still a lawyer.
well, I tell that's what I tell everyone, that I'm still a lawyer.
That's
I have
right.
documents to prove, but yeah, but I'm quite happy, now that what I do, I find fulfillment in it. I'm very happy that, once I realized that some of the most important things in life is a combination of purpose and passion and, a deeper desire to contribute to something beyond self, then
Right.
that sort of, that sort of, is my thing. And I wake up every day looking forward to what the day is going to bring. Frustrations abound on the daily, but when I
Sure.
want to quit, when I get to that place, I go back to the drawing board and realize that this is why I do what I do, and I
Right.
just keep
I
going.
love, you keep going, you keep pushing. I love the point about life being ever evolving. I think many of us, especially earlier on, when we think about careers, we have
Mm-hmm.
one specific path, or we're thinking one title or one industry or one company, but so many of us change along
Oh
the
yeah.
way. And I think it's okay for
Oh
us
yeah.
to imagine careers just being more fluent and being more liquid. And being able to adapt, I think, is one of the best things we can all learn from these past 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Things change.
Adaptability,
Yes,
agility, and you have to be able to respond quickly. These are the
exactly.
keywords that keeps resonating from different parts of the world. Like just
Yes.
keep
Adapt,
going. Yeah.
adapt. It's ever evolving, ever changing. Thank you for that. Okay, moving on to question number two. Omoyemi, when are you your truest self?
Da 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 dum. Am I ever truly my? Well, I feel like there are different parts to me. Just like with most women in life, you wear different hats. You're a
Yes.
daughter, you're a wife, you're a sister, you're a friend, you're a mother. And I find that my truest self and I mean, my most comfortable self is always with my family. That's for sure. They see the good, the not so good,
Uh-huh.
and they have to live with that. You know, the
Yes.
good, the not so good, every part of you, but they love you all the same, and I think that's what makes it truly special. That realization that you're not perfect. I'm not
Yeah.
perfect. They know I'm not perfect. They don't want me to be perfect. They want me to be who I am, to be
That's right.
comfortable in my own skin, but they want me to do better. And
Yes.
I'm comfortable in that love, in that reassurance that I can be myself. All the not so good and the good parts of me, I can lean into them, and they're my everything. And it makes life different, knowing that I can always count on them. And yeah, they tell me the truth as well.
Oh,
They're
yes.
the ones like, oh yeah, they see it as it is.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's when I'm at my truest self, and maybe with most people as well, with family, with my
Yes.
loved ones, and yeah.
I think that's beautiful. I mean, you heard Legacy screaming in the background when I was speaking with you yesterday. And, after becoming a mom, I feel the same way. They humble you and they bring out parts of you that you don't necessarily know are there.
Yeah,
So,
yes. I mean, and that's why I asked you about, how many shifts do you want me to talk about? Because that would be my second shift, like
yes,
having our girls, and just realizing that I'm completely a different person. Because
yes,
seeing them, what I'm like with them, what I'm
yeah,
like, it's just completely different. It's I mean, I'm not even now that they're teenagers or whatever. Even when they were like babies, the realization that my life would never be the same again, the
yeah,
fact that I decided that I was not going to have a full-time job, I never did. And beyond having a full-time job, I was always going to either freelance or be just anything that would sort of ensure that my role as a mother is like super important and comes first until till date. That's I'm so glad. I feel so blessed all the time, and I say that I'm able to do that, to be able to juggle my role, or
yeah,
switch between the hats of. And if you ask me what comes first, the mom, or what people see like this conversation, I would actually say the mom,
yes.
in
Same,
their lives. And
same.
that's
I
what's
love that. It's the biggest job. It's the most blessed position, but it's also the most challenging. I don't think
girl.
I've ever been more challenged
Let me make
in
sure my
life.
girls are not here so I can say certain things. So yeah, it
Yeah, that's
is.
wonderful. Yeah, motherhood, parenthood in general. To all the parents tuning in, God bless you. It's a lot of work.
Woohoo!
I just finished making I literally just slapped her pasta together, had her eat, just so that she can go upstairs with daddy so I could get on this call. So, hey, we do it all. And sometimes we win and sometimes we don't. And that's okay.
Oh yeah, and that's very okay. I'm learning that, like, at this place, at this phase in my life, that what, it's really okay. It's one day at a time. And my little mantra for where I'm at with my parenting now is just a little light for the step I'm on. That's my,
Oh,
just I just need a little light, a little understanding, a little perspective, a little
yes.
strength, just to be able to deal with what's right in front of me. And yeah.
I love that. Be in the moment. That is such a gem. Thank you. All right. So, for anyone just tuning in, thank you guys for coming. We are discussing Omoyemi's three gems. We went over her major shift in life. We went one of many. We just talked about when she's her truest self, which is can you guys hear me? Message me if you can hear me, guys. Oh, there. Perfect.
I
All
I
right.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. We're back. So we're getting into question number 3, which is, what is one vow that you have made to yourself?
Oh my gosh.
Just one.
Okay. Okay, let me put it this way. So I think I'm not very good at delegating. I'm really bad, at it. And it's shocking that I'm still saying this so many years into it, in the sense that I'm a micromanager. And even even with my children, I can be like that, so it's not just work related. So in the last 1 year, gosh, 1 year. So I've vowed that, I'm going to try to let go and let people, just trust people to do what
Yeah.
to do and to be, what they're supposed to do, and just back off, just
Right.
back off, because
Let
it's
them.
yeah. So the older I get, the more I realize that I'm a control freak. It's really quite bad, and I guess that sort of, is apparent with other areas, like I guess with work and the people you work with, the team,
Right.
and of course, there's no way that's not going to filter back, into my family life with the children. You're raising teenagers who
Yeah.
have, Gen Z. Oh, can
Ooh,
you hear me? Oh,
teens.
okay. So that they're like, no, ease up. I'm not 10 anymore, you
Right.
know.
Right.
So
Ooh.
conversations are, so they're helping me be that check and balance, to like probably check other areas of my life, like you need to relax and, just let go.
Right.
So I vowed that from now on, I'm going to be less controlling and just going to let people be, let people do what they're supposed to do. So,
Yeah. Being more trusting. I think we all struggle with that because
oh yeah,
we we want what we want, and but at the same time, it's important to let people do what we are trusting them to do, which is
yeah,
hard,
trust,
especially with
trust,
kids.
trust is difficult. It is. It's yeah. We learn. It's something you have to. It's a continuous thing. So you have to. Yeah.
Someone just asked a question. I usually don't do questions here, but sorry, I missed it. So she said she never had a full-time job. I don't think that's what she said.
No, I never had a full-time job post changing career.
Got-
I had a full-time job throughout my career as a lawyer, which wasn't that long. When I say throughout, like it was forever. No. So,
Thanks for
yeah.
clarifying. Wow, I love that. Okay, we're down to your book recommendation. What is one book that has impacted your life that you can share with our audience today?
So, I think there are different books for different seasons, for me. And wow, thinking about this, I have so many books that I haven't finished, but there was a
Same.
book, and I'm going to refer to this book because I think it came into my life in the last like 5 to 6 years, where I was going through like a major shift. And for me, it's usually like questioning, like asking questions. I'm very self-aware about, asking myself questions around, what am I supposed to be doing? Where am I supposed to be? Is this,
Right.
one of those, just keep asking. And so for me, that book that helped me get out of the rut that season was a book. Oh, it's going to be, oh, you're not going to be able to see.
It's
Sorry,
split. Is
I'll
it
say,
Know Your
yeah.
Why?
Yes, it is Know Your Why by
Okay, Know Your Why. I've
by
heard of
Ken
this book.
oh my gosh, by Ken Costa. And it's funny, it was like this same season, because after Fashion Week, I'm usually drained, like every year, no matter what. I'm like completely drained. It just takes everything, So around this time of the year, and I was just like, I'm so sorry, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not. And I
Yeah.
was going through a questioning phase, and bouncing ideas back and forth. And I spoke to my husband, who's consciously like, he's
All right, we're getting a little bit of a break. There we
hello.
go. Okay, you're back, Yami. I lost you for a second. You were speaking of your husband.
1 second. It's
There.
I didn't turn this off. It's my daughter.
I
One
can hear you
second.
now, Omoyemi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
Don't worry, I
one
can hear
second.
you.
Yeah, so it's So it's, usually around the season I feel drained, but this particular year I was so sure that, you know what, this is it. This is the last time. I'm not doing, I'm just going to walk away from fashion. It's too much going on. And my husband, Tokumo said at the time that, you know what, why don't you just take time out, So this season
Yeah.
is usually about just take time out, reflect, and just do some, it'll come to you. And it was a mini retreat, and he's a big reader. He reads a lot, more than I do. And then this book, I think it had been on our shelf for a while. Those kind of books that it
I
was
have them
there.
back here.
And
Yeah.
the book had been there for a while, and I just thought, oh, okay, let's figure this out. And I couldn't drop it. I read it from
Mm.
cover to cover. Sometimes I'm so lazy with books, and I pick one book, then move to the other book, and then go back. But this one, it got me like totally like into it, and it transformed my thinking and where I'm at till now. That kind of book that you
Yeah,
go back to even just to get refreshed. Know your
exactly.
why. And yeah, I still refer to it to this day, and it's really helped. Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just so
Okay.
intrigued that I'm sitting still.
And it's let me see if I can find one or two things that I underlined from a few years ago.
Sure, take your time. Thank you, Mom. My mom just dropped the title, Know Your Why. Love you, Mama. Thank you.
Hi, hi Toluwasha. So sorry. I know you called me. That's why I couldn't pick up. I'm here. I can see you on the line. So let me see something that's so uh okay. Something that okay, let me read this part. Just
Okay.
one sentence. What we mustn't do, however, is live in the past. We must not look back and think, if only this had happened, or if only I had not done that. And I realized that this is me, like on a daily, like, oh my gosh, before right there and then I'm questioning myself, questioning the team. Why did you do this? We shouldn't have done it this way, we should have done it that way. You can, and you just keep going and you beat yourself up so much, and
Yeah.
it drains you, it saps you of energy and strength to be able to look, beyond the now to what's next, while
Right.
you're dwelling in the past, you're reliving the pain or the disappointment or the anxiety that comes from it over and over again, when you should be looking to the future, when you
That's
should be looking to what's next, when you should be tapping into the very essence of where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing, and how all that resonates. And so that it was just like little gems like that that got me thinking, are you really sitting here thinking about everything that happened last season and why you're not going to continue and it's so many things like that. Going back on that, let me go back to that. There's a part that says Steve Jobs, the genius behind Apple, reflected that you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. So it's important that and this I think was in with the context of maybe a scripture in the Bible, Ecclesiastes 7:10. Why were the old days better than these? And it just helps you question past decisions, or
right.
and how you keep thinking how things could have worked out, which is, I'm the queen of that. I'm the
Yeah.
queen of sitting down
Yes.
and
And
just
going back.
reflecting. Yeah, no,
Yeah, we all do that.
and
And
and don't get me wrong, it's okay to learn from the mistakes, to talk about it, what you can do better and move on. But you've got to move on. When it's time to move on, you
absolutely.
really, yeah,
Yeah.
just go.
I love that. All right, know your why, guys. I'm going to post this on the Three Gems page, on my page, on our YouTube, so that you can find Omoyemi's book recommendation. Omoyemi, this was meant to be short and sweet. I know it's probably almost midnight for you. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for your time and for your gems that you dropped tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Sabrina, for having me. Thank you so much and everyone, thank you so much for taking time
Yes.
out, especially if you're in this part of the world where it's 11:30 or 12:30. Thank you so much for taking time out. And Edwina, it's been great. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
So good to see you. I hope to see you in person 2022.
I
We're maybe,
know, right? It feels like we've met in real.
yes, it feels like we know each other, but I'm really excited for the physical meeting. So we'll make that
Yes.
happen next year.
Yes, we will. Take care,
Yay.
Edwina.
Take care, everyone. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye,
Bye,
Omoyemi.
everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Bye, Danny. Bye, Mom. Everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.